Hey guys, I'm at Tamarack Creek, and apparently so is a lynx on the looks of things. Looks like just a small one, but walked all along the shoreline here. So, oh, there's a minnow. So I was just coming to check out, see how broken up this was. Right here, this creek never freezes. I could probably leave a 330 or 2 in here for otter all year and pick up a couple. And actually next year, up in there, one sec, up in there, I'll probably set a couple and see how many otters I can pick up through here. In the meantime, like I said, I'm just trying to see how the thing looks. I'm not going to go much further. I don't have the boat with me. I gotta go get it. But it looks like, at least right here, I can start putting a few floats out and see what happens. That lynx came across over there, kind of thing. I can't walk across that creek. One, it's too deep, and two, that's not actually the bottom. I know it looks like the bottom. I don't know how well you can see it, but when you go down to the mud, there's actually a false bottom in here, and it's deeper than what it looks. So, but anyways, there's certainly enough room for the boat. Don't know how far up I'll make it, but even if I can get in 6 or 7 floats, maybe I'll just bring half a dozen for today. I'll bring them all and we'll see what happens. See how far up I can go. Because it's supposed to get pretty warm today and tomorrow, so. But anyways, that's the plan. I'll have to drag the boat across where I just walked from. To get to here. And like Kurt said, there's a nice hard pack on the snow, so it's easy to walk on. And then I'll put at least 1 float in here. Maybe 2 in here, and then we'll figure it out. I'll spread them out anyways and have some fun. Come check them tomorrow. Hopefully I get a couple. So Mr. Lynx went up to just this little dam right here and then crossed and walked up that way. But okay, I'll head back to my parents' place and get the boat. Get the traps, and we'll come back out. So it's a little chilly right now, but otherwise it's a gorgeous day. So it should be good for trapping anyways. Setting a few muskrat floats out, even if I can only get half a dozen out. At least it's a start. Better than my trap sitting at home, because, well, I don't like that, especially when season's still open. One thing when it's closed, but when it's open, I want to get out here and trap. So, alrighty, we'll see you guys later, and we'll see what I can come up with for setting. I'll show you a couple sets as I make them throughout the day. Alrighty, we'll see ya. Hey guys, I got the boat loaded up. Those muskrat floats there, I'm going to leave here for now, just because I don't think I can get very far in the creek yet. And, well, my boat was pretty full and I wouldn't have had room to sit down anyway, so I'll bring the 9 that had already had traps on them. And then the other dozen I'll put out next weekend or next chance I get. So that's the plan there anyways for that. And I'm going to do a few other things, but I'm going to turn you off first because it's going to be a separate video. So I'll start this other video and before I head out, and then I'll go set a few rat traps. Hey guys, just taking a little breather. I'm about halfway. The boat's heavy. So I'm just taking a little break, but gorgeous day. It's like, oh, it's got to be above zero now. It was below zero throughout the night, but it warmed up quick once that sun started coming up. So I took 4 floats out for the moment. I'll go back and pick them up in a second. Or when I get the boat to the creek, I'll go back and pick up the other 4 floats. It was just too heavy to carry it all in one shot. So, and I'm more out of shape than I thought, I guess. But that's fine. So yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll go up the creek a little ways and then set on my way back, just so I'm not really running back over my floats, because the creek isn't really wide where it is open. So that's the plan. But I'll just take a little breather and then I'll carry on. So I seen a fox earlier when I went and turned around earlier, but I wasn't able to get the camera on it fast enough, and he was pretty far away. But that's okay. It's pretty cool to know that there's a fox running around my line. And maybe she'll have pups. Or maybe she got herself pregnant for next year. But alrighty, I'll carry on. So, cool. Okay, so you can see my cage down there. Kinda. And I got the boat there. I'm gonna put in the creek. This here, you can see the logs. There's kind of like a natural dive pole and bit of a channel there. And then there's another where this flows down into. There's a beaver dam up there and another hut. And I might actually go check to see if I can put my other cage up there. But this is just for any muskrats that might be traveling up and down the channel, or up and down this little inlet. And then I'll put the boat in. I might put a float on the point right here, and then one on the other point before I go around up that way. Hold on, I better zoom out here, or zoom back in. Okay, one on that point, one on this point, and then I'll go up and around the creek, see how far I can go. But we'll just take a walk up here, see if I can't find another place. Yeah, you can see almost looks like there's something right here, and then there's a bit of a channel that goes up that way, and then underneath all those little branches, the main channel is right there coming along. So I'll keep walking up here. If the water's too shallow, I won't be able to put my other cage in. It's pretty, I think it's an 8x8. So we'll just go have a quick peek. I'd say that would be Bunny. Yeah. There's not much up here for me to set in. It's too deep, too shallow for my 8x8 cage. Although it would be a good spot. Maybe I can bring a couple 110s next time I come out, and I'll set them up inside the channels where I think they're traveling. But that's okay, because I'm sure I'll find a place to put it soon enough. I could maybe stick it underneath that log. That might be an idea. And then that would be another place where I might pick up 1 or 2. And who knows, maybe I catch an otter in the process. Hard to tell, but it almost looks like there might be a den right here. So maybe I will put one right there underneath that log and see if I can't pick any up there. So that's what I'll do. I'll go grab my other cage. I'll turn you off, and then I'll turn you back on when I start setting my floats out. Alrighty, see you guys soon. Okay, I'll be quick about this. My cage is down there. I wire off my muskrat cages. Get out of here before I fall in. I wire off my muskrat cages because last year I caught an otter in one, and if it wasn't wired off, well, I'm not sure how far he would have gone before he would have succumbed to the cage. So yeah, just wired it off to the branch on the log. But I put carrot in both cages just for eye appeal and to make them want to say, hey, maybe I can go in there and get it, kind of thing. I don't know, but we'll try that and see what happens. I should probably go down in here and pick up a bunch of sticks because I'm going to need anchors for my floats, because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot alongside the creek. But yeah, we'll do that and then we'll head out. Alrighty. I didn't get very far, but weasel and mink tracks on the shoreline, on the snow line there. There's another inlet up there, but I'm not really going to be able to go much further. The ice is, well, there's ice. So I suppose I can try and break through up to, at least up to the white spot here, but I probably won't make it much further than that. And I want to be able to have a place to put my stick in to hold my float in place. So we'll have to see what it looks like when I get there. Maybe I can, right on this little tuft of grass right here, I can put my stick in, and but we'll try and get up to there, and then I'll break up that big hole of ice so I can get the boat turned back around and head back up. So like I said, I didn't get very far, maybe, I don't know, 50 meters, 75 meters, but that's all right. We knew it wasn't going to be open. Just want to get some floats out, even if it's just a few short checks. I got 9 here, so I may as well put them all out. And well, yeah, it's pepper bombing, but whatever. I can spread them out when this starts to open up more. Alrighty, so I'll turn you off, make my way up to that opening, and see what happens. Oh, I wouldn't have thought there was that much current in here, but as you can see, I'm drifting away from that float pretty quick. So there's the first one, the orange on top. One sec. The orange on top is a bit of carrot. Floats are under the water, just. And there we go. We'll leave that sit, and I'll get the other ones out here. And then we'll find a place to either store the boat or something, or I'll bring it back. But we'll figure that out after. In the meantime, I'm just gonna worry about getting these out. Water's about 4 feet there. But I also want to show you something. This is why you don't get out of your boat in Tamarack Creek. I don't know how well you can see that with the glare of the sun. I've long since am pushing in bottom, so you can see I went down that much further. And there's that much of the pole from my hand. Oh, 1 second. Okay. The water line was there when I pushed it down and in, and you can see where I am now. So there's false bottom here. You do not get out of your boat because you sink and disappear. It's all peat moss, muskeg bottom. So anyways, having said that, we'll carry on and get back up that way and go set a few more floats. Gorgeous day. Wow. Just loving this. Alrighty, we'll see you guys. Alrighty, so there's the last float. I know I still have 2 left in the boat, but their traps are full of ice and frozen in, so I'll have to empty out the water in the boat and make sure that it doesn't freeze. I'm trying to wonder if there's maybe a spot I can put this, but I don't really feel like dragging it all the way back up there. We'll figure that out in a minute, I guess, if I decide to leave it here or not. So there's my floats. I got 7 out, I guess, and then those 2 cages. That's all I could really put, and I mean, they're pretty close. I got 1 here, and then I'm 10 feet, another 20, 15, 20 feet, 15, 20 feet kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. We'll let them soak overnight, and we'll decide tomorrow. That little clump of snow by my one branch just fell over there. But yeah, we'll leave these overnight, come back and check tomorrow, and then we'll find out what my work schedule is. If we're only gone for 2 or 3 days next week, then I'll leave them and then just check when I come back. If I'm gone for the whole week, well, then I won't leave them. I'll pull them, or not pull them, but set them off so nothing gets caught, and then I'll come back and reset, and hopefully by then I can go a little further up the creek too.